Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs. Welcome back to Griggs Talks. Um, this was most likely gonna be a United video, and it probably will end up being a United video. But for the first part of the video, we're gonna have to talk about what we just saw at the Bernabeu and what was an absolute demolition by Barcelona against Real Madrid. They absolutely annihilated them. Um, and that was the statement of the footballing year. And yeah, I forgot I had YouTube on. I heard myself talking. So yeah, make sure you drop a like, share, subscribe. We talk again. And yeah, let's talk about the game first before we talk about that dead football club at United. Wow. Barcelona are the best club in the world. Once again, they have taken their position back at the top of the footballing poll. And yeah, but before we actually continue that, there is meant to be a guest for this video. In the background now. He hasn't been on my channel before. I linked up with him through Twitter. He loves his football. He knows his basketball as well. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later in the stream as well. So yeah, and make sure you guys show him some love at the end of the video as well. My boy Rich, how you doing, my boy?
Yeah, good to be here. Good to hear you. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you're good, bro. You're chilling.
Good. Yeah. What are you talking about right now, man?
You know, it's meant to be about United, but I wouldn't be a footballing channel if I don't talk about what the whole world just saw in Spain right now, and what was the game of the year so far. It was a demolition. I'm a historian, so I like to say history likes to repeat itself. And I don't know about you, but I don't know if you remember 2008 when Barcelona in Pep's first year whooped Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. It felt like that statement that Barcelona are the kings of football again, and that's what you saw today. You saw Lewa. You saw Lamine Yamal do Vinny's dance on his old crib when Vinny's meant to get Ballon d'Or on Monday. The whole world gonna be talking about Lamine Yamal. And you know, I don't know if people are here in the chat as well. Big up Tariq, big up Simon. A couple months ago, I said Lamine Yamal is a top 2 winger in the world. I said at worst, he's a top 3 player in the world. People say, Griggs, you're over the top. You're gassing him up. Calm down. I said he's better than Mbappe was at 18. They said calm down. You saw what he did today. Weak full finish. And then did Vinny's dance on his crib. You saw, you know that chain snatch? He went up to them and said, that's his chain now. No, I know you watched the game, bro. What were your little thoughts on the game?
I couldn't even catch all of it because my stream was moving so crazy. But Yamal's got that aura now, bro. Like Yamal, especially after the Euros started the season strong. I think he's on 6 goals now. He's moving different now, man. He's moving different. It's starting to become uncomfortable conversations, bro. Like Vinny's going to get that Ballon d'Or, but I feel like the tide is kind of turning. I think a lot of people are kind of switched on because I don't think a lot of people actually watch La Liga like that week in and week out. And I think everyone's eyes was going to be on this game. So to watch that, and like you said, just get your chain snatched by 17-year-old. It's uncomfortable conversations right now, man. I'm real uncomfortable, man.
Bro, bro. I think this might be the best teenage athlete since LeBron in high school. Is that type of shit. It's like, bro, this is the best. In my opinion, he's the best footballer in the world at 17. He's not even legal to drink in Europe, let alone America, where it's 21. That's how crazy it is. He can't go to a bar in Barcelona. I mean, obviously they'll give him the drink because he's Lamine Yamal. They have no choice, but it's absolutely insane what he's able to do. And we'll talk about Mbappe as well because
that doesn't look good, man. That doesn't look good, man.
It's spooky hours for Donatello over there in Madrid. It's spooky hours.
You know what?
Barcelona. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I saw it on Twitter as well. A lot of people are starting to finally switch on that transfer. Obviously, he was destined to play for Real Madrid, but the rationale behind it, did it actually make sense, man? Did it actually make sense?
Another thing, you know what? I'm gonna say names today too because I'm on that type of mode. Certain Twitter user named Paratosh Bide, who wants to be on my case every single hour on Twitter, told me that this front three would be even better than United's front three when they won the Champions League of Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo. I said you're smoking crack. Second of all, I said Madrid don't need Mbappe. They would do even better with someone maybe even like a Dom Solanke type of player. I'm not saying exactly Solanke, but that type of player for balance. But now you know what? Name names. They wanted the name the Galacticos. You know what? If people look at what the Galacticos actually did, they won a couple La Ligas because Barcelona was not Barcelona back then. But in Champions League, they were getting whooped all over Europe by any team. It'd be Lyon. It could be not United, but Leverkusen, I think. Even Arsenal, I think, beat them at some point. They were not good. They sold Makelele. This summer, they didn't sell anyone necessarily, but they lost Tony Cruz, for example. They could have had the bread. They have the bread to go and sign a profile like Tony Cruz. But what do they do instead? They go sign Mbappe and that's it. Bro, it's not looking good for Real Madrid right now. And Barcelona are the best team in the world. And it's kind of ironic how a Galactico, Real Madrid, is about to get cooked by a kid that's 17 that got baptized by the guy that did it to them 15 years ago. That's what it is now. It's insane what they're doing. But as for Mbappe, it's also Hansi Flick. You know what? I'm a man of honor. I gotta say, my bad. I never wanted Hansi Flick at United. I didn't want him. I'm not gonna lie. I called him a COVID merchant because I was moved by what happened at Bayern, but I'm like, the state of European football was so bad at that point. I think only Liverpool was good. I thought Man City were a little bit weaker. Juventus signed Ronaldo and they were shit. Madrid were kind of in that little period after the 3P era. Barcelona was just Messi and Prey. So it's like, I thought it was weak. And then what happened with Germany that he fought at the World Cup. So I'm like, yo, what's Hansi Flick really about? You know what? My bad, bro. That's the best highlight I've ever seen in my life. I gotta hold my apologies. I gotta hold my apologies. You know what? I'm a man of honor. I could say that I was wrong. Ironically, yeah, bro. I'm Halliburton is crazy, you know. Let me not talk,
even with that, even with Haaland, even that, I'm not even sure that dynamic would even work. I mean, obviously you would have to see it to kind of judge, but as you said, that kind of in the mold of like a Solanke or a Firmino type to kind of link all the players together. Because as you said, with Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinny, you could actually argue all of them are best suited to the left hand side. So literally, there's no cohesion in that front three. And I know they've been getting results, but it's not sustainable. And I think everyone knows Ancelotti, this is last season, so they kind of need to figure out something to kind of hold them till the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a good coach gets a more consistent threat out of these team games. I'll be real, Carlo. But the thing is, Carlo's the best coach ever at maintaining egos and stuff like that, and coaching and handling egos. And even he can't make this work. So what possibility is there of another coach out there in a world now where coaches are really more about system based and stuff like that? So imagine like some tactical pulling up to the Bernabeu and telling Mbappe how to press, or tell Mbappe you have to press, or tell Vinny you have to press. They're gonna tell him go F yourself. I'm the Ballon d'Or winner. I'm the World Cup winner. I'm the best player in the world. Who are you to tell me? They can't say that to Carlo because he'll be like, yo, he'll raise the eyebrow and they'll just shut up. But no one else can do that. So it's like that's the thing with Real Madrid. It's gonna be a little bit different.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, if you were a manager, what would you do with the attack? Like, who would you play, or would you drop one of them? Because I've seen a lot of people say, I mean, Jude might have to be sacrificed, or I don't know. Like, I'm just curious.
Honestly, I'll tell Mbappe, go play right wing. I think you've seen him do it for France before, where he's quick. He can go down the byline. He can play the final ball. I think Vinny's better off the left. And then I would bench Rodrigo. No disrespect to Rodrigo, but I do think the other two are just a little bit better than him. I think you can make it work with Jude. He has every kind of attribute as a midfielder. He is a complete midfielder. So like you should be able to make that work with him. They need a deep line playmaker. They need one. It's a shame that they have these outlets, but they have no Tony Cruz. Like Valverde is good, but he's similar to Jude. So like you have two of them, it just doesn't work like that.
So would you play like a diamond with split strikers?
That's what they're kind of doing now, but Vinicius and Mbappe have no striker bone in their body. Mbappe is just as bad as Rashford is when he plays a striker. So it's like, yeah, bro, they could use a Pogba. Yeah, something like that. Trent on the way up. Trent will help. In terms of that, the ability to just stretch the pitch with the passing. But even then, it's just, I don't know. Arthur Güler for me should play more. I think he has that he has that little bit of a dynamic passing
I don't know if Carlo trusts him though. Yeah,
exactly. That's the thing. So it's like, and Arda has amazing ceiling, but he's still not the finished product either. So it's interesting with that. But no, man. But Barcelona today, bro. And it's not even just about Lamine Yamal. You can talk about Lewa kind of shutting up every single critic from last year that he's washed. That's clearly not washed. Because I mean, not lie. I'm not saying he's as good as this guy, but he's having a similar season to Benzema when Benzema won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
it's very reminiscent. Then the bunch of La Masia NPCs that just getting spawned out of everywhere. Casado, Kubarsi, Lopez. It was that Bernal's kid a couple months ago too, bro. That pass from Casado to Lewa for the first goal. I looked at my DM. Y'all know everyone knows who our DM is. I just sighed. I just looked at him with disgust. I'm gonna look at him with disgust tomorrow. It's ridiculous how they just keep spurting all these kids out. And I know I gotta respect it.
You know what's crazy though? At United, we could do the same thing, man. Like we've got some. Obviously, they're not on display. They're still in the academy, but we could kind of produce, or we can kind of integrate those players at the same rate that Barcelona have. But the thing is, obviously, they've got like financial difficulties and all the levers and stuff. We're able to buy players, so we don't look inwards as much as they do. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I said, bro, we need a transfer ban. It's the only good thing. It's the only thing that can save United at this point is a transfer ban. Don't let United spend money because apparently United can spend 200 mil every year. Barca can spend about an Arizona bottle of dollar, and yet somehow they're ending up with better transfers than us. They're ending up with Dani Olmo. I'm ending up with Manuel Ugarte or Mason Mount. This is not fair.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous. Rafinha
how much
would be my best winger. Go ahead.
How much did they buy Olmo for?
I think it had to be around like 45, 50 mil. They're probably paying him like
money, man.
$20 a week though in wages, but they're making it work somehow. They're making it work somehow. But yeah, now Barcelona are stupid good. Hansi Flick is stupid good. Madrid, it might be a trophyless year for them. In Champions League, we'll see, but they already lost to Lille. Dortmund had them on ropes, but then Dortmund did a Dortmund and just blew the lead because they suck. So it's going to be interesting. Well, obviously, we'll see what happens in Madrid. At the end of the day, they're still Real Madrid, so they've proven time and time again.
Yeah.
When anyone doubts them, they'll just pull that shit back up. But yeah, all I'm saying is Vinicius, bro. I better not see you smile on Monday when you win the Ballon d'Or because you just got your ass handed to you. So I better see a little bit of a little angry face, like yo, this guy's kind of peak.
I do think that with Madrid, I think they're more likely to win the Champions League than the league. Do you know what I mean? Champions League is like the big players could just get you out of it, you know. But during the league season, it's gonna average out. So, you know.
The thing is, though, I think this Barca team is probably favored to win the Champions League as well. Because the difference is because it's kind of like the coach. This is the first coach they've had that's kind of a UCL type coach since probably I'd probably say Pep, or at the very least Enrique, because in previous years it's been about possession, but yada yada yada. Hansi Flick is comfortable just playing a high line, don't have to be crazy in possession, and just hit you on the counter, and just with lethal athletes. And this Barca team, I'm gonna be real, like Hansi Flick will probably even look better with that Real Madrid team because of the athletes they have on display. He don't even have like a crazy athletic team. Like the wingers are athletic. Defenders, you have one at least. Koundé is nice, but left back is okay. Midfield is just Pedri, really, because Gavi is still recovering. So, like, this team can go even another level up or multiple levels up when you look at their spine and their core of the team. It's just Lewa that's older. And if they hit on the Lewa replacement, it is scary hours for the rest of the world because I'm not even joking. Worried for another 6 years of Spanish domination on the international stage and the club stage. Because they're taking everyone's chain again. They've already taken the international. So, bro.
Do you know if Flick is a long-term manager? Like, would he stay there for like five plus years?
I think he could be if as long as he just continues to uphold certain Barca traditions, like playing the youth and stuff like that. I think at Bayern he fell out maybe because of the board and stuff like that. Maybe he falls out at Barca. But I don't know. I think he could stay there for a minute, unless like some crazy like Spanish coach comes up, pulls up and stuff like that. That Barca just needs to go get. And maybe a couple of years, maybe even 12 months ago, I would have said maybe Arteta. But don't, I would never want to see Mikel Arteta touch the talent of Lamine Yamal. I see what he does with Bakar on a weekly basis. Keep Mikel Pulis away from actually talented players. So. Yeah, man. But that's enough about El Clasico. At the end of the day, we're still United fans, and we must talk about the terrible team that is Manchester United, the team that I promise to take PTO off every week because I don't want to watch them play. But unfortunately, we have to lock in and watch and talk about them. This morning, I woke up to news that my ownership group are asking rival teams to share private jets because we can't afford a private jet to Paris all of a sudden. You know what? I don't even care about that. You know what? That shouldn't even be a topic of conversation. I don't care if they want to be environmentalists and share planes, save gas, all that kind of stuff. I don't care. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an environmentalist. I'm not doing protests outside my crib. My issue is, because I haven't recorded in a week, that that a certain bold manager on Thursday night played a right back at the number 10 position in front of our faces, and there were no repercussions. There was no repercussions. There was not a sacking. There was not a firing in public. There was not a public firing at Old Trafford like Eric Bischoff got fired on Monday Night Raw. Punishment was not made. So I have issue with INEOS now. I promise to give them some time, but you know what? Patience runs thin. Why is he still here? Why is this guy still here? He's making a troll of Manchester United. He's doing bro. It's like you find an NPC on Twitter, aka United Trait, and you let him run the football club. Because that's what decisions I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing no disrespect to Mazraoui, amazing player, good player. Why is Nasser Mazraoui playing at the 10 for Manchester United when he's a right back? When Amad Diallo is on the bench, bro. I'm very close to saying some unprofessional shit about Ten Hag that I've been keeping it. I'm very close. I'm at the edge of my seat with saying it about a certain religion and Ten Hag's disdain towards it, because that has to be the only explanation that we're not seeing Ahmad play the 10. Because I saw what he did with Kudus, who's a similar player to Ahmad, and I'm seeing the same shit happen with Ahmad. So the lines are in. There's seeds planted that we're just not going to say fully, but y'all can read between the lines. We all can read between the lines. Because that's what I'm saying, bro. Because you maybe you can explain to me why Ten Hag is making certain decisions like Ahmad not playing the 10 in Mazraoui. And then I just have to turn on the game and be a good United fan. Yo, let me watch my team. And the first thing I see is Anthony Dos Santos come on the pitch. Can you explain to me, Rich, why I'm seeing this? Because I can't explain it. I'm at a loss for words.
Bro, like it's in me, bro.
Yeah.
Have I cut out? Or?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
you're good.
Cool.
Okay,
now, what I was gonna say, like, there's too many things to count with Ten Hag now, man. Like, from time where I messaged you as well. I said like every big game he drops Ahmad. So he dropped him again. He dropped him. So if we go last season, dropped him for the FA Cup final. Obviously, we won that game, so we're not gonna complain too much. He dropped him against Liverpool at the start of the season. Dropped him against Spurs as well. Dropped him for this Europa League. Like, I feel like he probably just doesn't trust him. But even if you don't trust him, you don't play Mazraoui in the 10. There were so many ways to go around that. Like, you could have played Casemiro, Ugarte in the pivot and put Eriksen in the 10. Eriksen has probably been the stat that came out today. He's created the most chances for us, isn't it? He created the most chances for us this season. So, like, it just made natural sense for him to play in the 10. Like, and then with back to Ahmad, like, I just genuinely don't think he trusts him. But I also blame the coaching staff. Like, I don't even want to get onto like Rude and Rene Hack because we're not at the training ground. We don't know exactly what they do. But they should have some sort of influence over the team and how they play and who's playing as well. And for there to be a talent on the bench like Ahmad, just sitting there, getting 2-3 minutes, hardly coming on. Like, it's a joke, now, man. It's a joke.
Ahmad's face looked like when we were kids and our parents were punishing us. That's what his face looked like. He just looked like an angry child, and that he was getting punished from his mom or dad when he actually did nothing wrong. That's what it felt like. It's like he got blamed for something his little brother did. That's what it felt like for Amad Diallo. That's honestly what it felt like. And then Ahmad gets subbed on because Anthony got injured. And this guy, by the way, this Anthony guy, acted like his whole leg fell off just for a sprained ankle. He needed a whole stretcher. I sprained my ankle playing basketball before. I need a whole stretcher. But I don't have enough of that guy. Oh. But then I see Ahmad getting subbed on. And instead of Ten Hag being a good manager and going to talk to his player, maybe trying to motivate him to like actually do something, I see Rene Hake go over and talk to him. I see Ruud van Nistelrooy in the picture go talk to him. The assistant coaches, and you know what? Usually that's okay because usually assistant coaches do the talks with the substitutes anyway. But you have a case here where a player looks clearly unhappy as the coach, go talk to him. Try to show him that maybe you were wrong and stuff like that. Instead, what does this guy do? He just goes over. He's in La La Land scratching his chin. But with Anthony, he went and talked to him. So again, bias. Let alone Ten Hag being a bad tactician. That's fine. That's one thing. At least with previous managers, they were good man managers. This guy is not a people's person. People have to hate him in that football club. I hate him. I genuinely hate him. He's the type of person, if I saw him in real life, I would walk right past him and just have a mean, smug look at him because he's so annoying. The way he speaks, the way he approaches, the ego that he has to even mention himself in the same breath as Jose Mourinho, that's insane. You're not even better than washed Jose Mourinho at Manchester United, let alone prime Jose Mourinho. The audacity to have that. The only thing he's missing is comparing himself to Sir Alex. And if he ever compares himself to Sir Alex, a public sacking is not enough. That needs to be a jail sentence. That needs to be arrestment of 25 to life in Manchester police. That's what needs to happen if that ever happens. And then I look at Ruud. Yo, you know what? I'm going to give Ruud the benefit of the doubt. I feel like Ruud Van Nistelrooy probably hates him. He just can't do anything right now. Bro, there's no way Ruud is a United legend and a United fan and sees what Ten Hag is doing to the football club and likes the guy. He has to hate him. Like, he's the type of guy when Ten Hag is facing forward and Ruud's behind him, Ruud just be looking like this. And then when Ten Hag turns around, he does a little fake smile. That's what has to happen.
You know what? It's true because even when the camera cuts to the sideline, I don't really see them in conversation. Like, he's more talking to Rene Hack more than Ruud. And it just makes me think, like, how much influence do these coaches actually have? You know what I mean? Like although they're a new coaching staff with what's his name, Van der Heek, and they left last season. I don't know how much influence they actually have. Like, what's actually changed from last season besides the 4-2-4 pressing structure? I don't really see any difference. So
yeah,
I don't know, man.
We concede less shots, but bro, watching United is just a chore. You see no intensity. The players don't even care. I see Christian Eriksen being my best player in 2024, which is insane. All of a sudden, it's old timers day in the Premier League. Danny Welbeck's the best striker. Ashley Young is doing game-winning assists. Christian Eriksen is hooping like it's 2018 again. It's like, bro.
This is the thing.
Bruno Fernandes, bro.
This is
Bruno Fernandes. One last thing about Bruno. By the way, Bruno Fernandes had 7 chances created against Barnsley, yet he's still not on the list of top chance creations at Man United. I saw the list. I didn't see Bruno there. You had 7 against Barnsley. You telling me that you can't have 9 in 8 other games?
Hey, I'm telling you, Bruno, that might be another case of the new contract thing. Like, you know, when people sign that new contract and then their play just starts to deteriorate. But listen, back to just the whole team in general. I genuinely think here that the players are not this bad. They can't be. Like, what I'm watching, I'm thinking, all of you can play better than this. Do you know what I mean? Under a competent coach. And I think that's the key thing. If we get a competent coach in, they could increase the levels 5-10-fold. And the thing is, I think that a competent coach will choose a completely different team. I genuinely think that. Like, Casemiro will probably be starting. He won't be benched. This whole Eriksen and Ugarte pivot thing, listen, we don't have to joke with that one anymore. And listen, I don't know how the chat feels about Garnacho. But please, let me not start with this guy, man. Like, this guy, I have so many issues with him. But the main thing that I saw, when Xerxes didn't pass him the ball, he threw his hands up in the air. When he had
I'm gonna cut out for a second. You know what? Garnacho FC got to him.
You literally just did the same thing. You literally just did the same thing. So it's like, I don't know if it's an ego thing, but a good coach will put him on the bench. Put him on the bench, bro. Like, and start because I think our best front three is Rashford, Højlund, and Ahmad. I think that's the best in terms of the mix of profiles, experience, quality, and it has an element of goal threat as well and creativity. And I genuinely think Garnacho's not a bad player, but he's better off the bench.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, first of all, the thing with Garnacho is, he pisses me off so much. It's the ego. Again, it's the ego. I used to love the ego about him, the mentality to never give up, constantly try and shit like that. You need that in a United player, especially as a winger. You need to have that mentality in you because there's a certain winger that we sent back to London that didn't have that mentality. And in my opinion, is why he suffered at Man United, regardless of the talent. But at some point, the ego gets too much. You always got to check your ego at a certain point. And his ego has not gotten checked. And now I see him pulling up from 30 yards out every single time, like he's Deion Waiters shooting a brick. And except the shots are landing in row Z. It's abysmal the way that he shoots. It's absolutely terrible. No ball striking. And I want to like him. I want to like Garnacho. He's a Carrington product. I try to adore every single one of them. But at some point, I'm like, bro, you're a detriment to the team. You're a negative. And right now, for me, he's a negative because I have to, in order to accommodate him, we are moving our best player, or at least our best forward, to the other side of the pitch on the right-hand side when he is 1 million times a player. And when I tweeted last week that never compare Garnacho to Rashford, I meant it. I don't care how many goals Garnacho can score. He is not a better footballer than Marcus Rashford at anything. He's not quicker. He's not a better dribbler. Never in a million years is he a better ball striker. So other than maybe being a little bit more mentally strong, because Rashford sometimes has his mental weaknesses and stuff like that in terms of the confidence.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's nothing that he could do. And Rashford, by the way, is doing a decent enough job on the right, let alone what he was doing on the left. Because in my opinion, right now we're actually wasting a good Rashford season because he's playing much better than he was last year.
He's been good. He's been good.
Think about that. Yet we still look absolutely toothless in attack. So the issue then lies in the coach. Because in what world do you sign a striker that's meant to complement Rashford? Rashford is doing good, yet we still suck. The math is not mathing there. 1 + 1 is equaling 3, not 2. That's how bad it is. Because I'm seeing Joshua Zirkzee playing with his wingers, doing wing-back shifts instead of being next to him. I saw Joshua Zirkzee. I have my issues with Zirkzee as well. Okay, I don't think he's a perfect player. I think there are some like urgency issues with him. But I saw him make Alexis Salamakers at Bologna look as a decent footballer. He now has Marcus Rashford meant to be playing next to him, and Amad Diallo or even Garnacho, who is better than Salamakers, and Bruno Fernandes behind them, or even Eriksson, and we still look shit. That's when we talk about the squad. Is this a good squad? It's okay. There's many weaknesses, but it's a decent enough squad to not be 15th or 14th, wherever the hell we are, and bottom 3 in goals scored. I'm seeing Ipswich. You guys know I love Ipswich. Have more goals than us.
It's a problem. It's a problem, honestly. But I feel like, as we said, like the lack of goals, it definitely links back to the front threes that he's playing. He's playing. We all know his front three. His favorite front three is Garnacho, Højlund, and Rashford. I don't really have an issue with Rashford this season, personally. I think he's tried. He's putting work defensively as well, and I feel like he's probably our most potent attacker in terms of like he can create something out of nothing, and I trust him shooting. Zexy, I don't know. Like as you said, he's very lackadaisical on the ball. I don't have an issue because that's his style. Like he's like Berbatov in that they're not gonna sprint. They're gonna do things at their own pace. So I'm not trying to call Zirkzee a bad player because I know he has his qualities, but it's not gonna thrive in this environment. Do you know what I mean? And with Højlund, me personally, I like him. I like him. I know like, other people don't really like him, but there are tools there. There are minerals that he can use. Still young as well. I know it's his second season. People don't like to use the young rhetoric, but he's still young. He's relatively in at least 4, 5, maybe even 6 games together to get that chemistry going. And this is another thing as well. Mazraoui, he doesn't overlap, Like he genuinely doesn't overlap. He doesn't cross.
I agree.
And I feel like that contributes to why sometimes the person on the right wing doesn't well. Like, and I feel like when Ahmad was right wing, he at least had Mount underlapping. Like that they had a really good connection there. So like I think generally we should move Dalot back to right back, move Mazraoui to left back, let Mazraoui do all the inverting stuff, and let Dalot just overlap, get up and down that byline because he has more of an engine, I think.
Yeah, I agree. First of all, Dalot. By the way, I saw the Dalot clip from Thursday because I actually didn't watch the game. I saw the clip of the pass, bro. That is terrible. The fact, anyway, we're gonna ignore that. But yeah, I agree with you on the Mazraoui part. And Mazraoui is a good player. I agree. I think Dalot, obviously, I've always said Dalot's just a better player. It's no disrespect to Mazraoui, but Dalot's just that much better of a fullback and the threat that he offers in attack. And unfortunately, one of our left backs is still obviously recovering from the injuries that he had last year, Malacia. And then my other left back, apparently he's still recovering from injury. He might be playing Black Ops 6 right now. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, we have no left back. So we have to play a right back and left back. Or I have to see Victor Lindelof play. I can't believe he's still Mazraoui at 10 or Lindelof still on my football club. I don't know what's worse. I go back and forth every day thinking about it. But yeah, man. And then to answer, first of all, Seedorf had a couple good comments. The trajectory of Barcelona and United since we met last year in the Europa League is astonishing. A club with ambition versus a club with no standards. My heart bleeds. Yeah, bro. The thing about 18 months ago, we beat Barca. We outclassed them over 2 legs.
I was at that game.
They even ended up winning a league that year as well. To think about, just think about that. And we look better than them. And now look at us. They're the best team in the world. We might be a bottom 5 team in the Premier League. That's how the levels and differences about coaching, trust in certain youth development as well. Because it might, I'm not saying our academy is not La Masia level. It'll never be. But just about having trust in your players and not just going for the shiny new toy on the market. Or forget about just the shiny new toy. Going for players that you don't need. For example, Ugarte. I don't like to keep banging on Ugarte, but he's a prime example. You have Carrington has so many special midfielders. There's so many. And even Collier, who I don't even really rate that highly, is probably at a similar level to Ugarte. And you went and spent 60 mil when you could have spent money on another defender, a left back, an even better midfielder, another forward. Which when you clearly need more forwards, especially because you want to loan out Sancho, which is the right decision at the end of the day. Anthony is clearly not good enough, and you know that. But you don't do that. Instead, you spend 60 mil on a worse version of Casemiro. That's a problem.
You know what's crazy? With that chat that you just pulled here, that's just evidence that we're not that far away. Like we need better players, but if you get a good coaching, he implements a system and you follow it through and there's there's progress. In 18 months, you could be back certified in the top 4. Not challenging for the top 4, but certified in the top 4, maybe even pushing for 3rd place. Like, genuinely, and I agree with this as well, the people that are in charge not making the decision to sack him, we have to start looking at them now because this is now negligence. This is just negligence. Like,
do they need me to start a GoFundMe to raise a 14 mil? I will start a GoFundMe, bro. There's 14 million Manchester United fans out there that can all chip in $1. You know what? We all have to chip in $10 to make it 4 million fans of United? We could do that too. Is that what we got to do? Chip in $10. I'll chip in $10. Hell, I'll chip in a month's salary for this shit. Get him out. I don't want him anymore. Bro. He makes me hate football. The fact that I have to turn to Barcelona, a club that I have wished pain my whole life. I have wished the worst on that football club. Yet they're the ones bringing me the most enjoyment of football. This is what Manchester United has made me succumb to. That is a crime. That I have to turn to that club because of what they are doing as the model. I hate them. Yet they are the model now. And what is your model? It apparently is rewarding failure. Because I allowed what happened in the summer. You kept him. I'm like, okay, now it is on you. Because I know he's a shit coach. Maybe he turns it around. Maybe last year was a complete fluke. Hell, last year wasn't a fluke. It's even worse than last year because at least last year I could blame injuries. United are healthy for the most part. Yeah, Lenny Yoro's not here. Okay, but Leach is here. That is your signing. De Ligt is here. That is your signing. Hoyland and Xerxes are both fit. Those are your signings. Yeah, now Mainu's injured, but okay. You went and signed Ugarte, which Ten Hag didn't want, to be fair. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Even he didn't rate Ugarte. But still, we have got to that. Mason Mount, once again, is injured. God forbid that guy ever stays healthy more than 2 days of his life. But it is, bro, you have to sack him. Even if you have to. No, I will face a transfer ban for 2 years if it means he leaves right now. I promise you. I will take a ban from Europe. I will take a 10-point deduction to get him out. Because I know we're not going to get relegated regardless. So I will take the point deduction right now. Deduct me 10 points. Bro. And maybe he leaves.
Honestly,
I'll face FFP.
Honestly, I was thinking the other day as well, like, the whole premise of why we hired him was Ajax football. As soon as he said he's not playing Ajax football anymore, or he doesn't plan to play Ajax football, our antenna should have been up, man. Like, we should have started thinking, okay, cool, what kind of football are you trying to play? And I was thinking to myself the other day, yeah, like, over the past 3 years, what's the like link between each season of football? Like, I don't see any traces of his first season of football in this season's football. I don't see traces of last season's football in this season's football. So he's just essentially trying to change the style of football every single season to kind of fit. So I genuinely think like INEOS keeping him. You didn't hire him. He hasn't been successful here. So what was the point in keeping him? Like, it's just pure negligence on their behalf, honestly, bro.
We are the first club to have new ownership that doesn't want to change the manager. Who's shit. At least if he was a good manager, we understand wanting to keep him. But every ownership group changes manager. It is a fact across all sports.
Facts.
Yet, somehow, with our luck, we are the one club to not do it. How does... God,
man. Chat is moving crazy a little bit, man.
I hate United, bro. I hate United, bro. I hate you. I hate this.
And this is the thing. This is the thing with United, yeah. I feel like I don't know what the like chat or like the general landscape of United fans think, but I think this is probably one of the worst, maybe the worst it's been, because you know when you get to the point of just feeling when you just feel numb. Like when I watch United, my face is just straight. Like it's just like even if we score, it's like yeah, nice. Like, it doesn't get any emotion out of me, and I feel like when you get to that point, that's worse than anything else because
every time we concede, I laugh. I deadass laugh every time we concede. I don't even get mad. I laugh. I deadass laugh. It's the funniest thing.
When you have no emotion towards the team, you're still a supporter, genuinely, because I'm not going to police anyone in how to support the club. But like,
I'm a police. Call me sheriff if you must. Anyone that supports Ten Hag is not a fan of Manchester United. I don't care. I generally don't care. Yeah. If you support him, you're not a fan. I don't give a shit. You're on Twitter can get on my case. The top branch can get on my case. I don't care. If you support that guy, because I'm looking at you as you as a friend. I'm looking at you as a person. He is mocking you as a person. Yo, look at yourself deep within as a person, and you're gonna take that from that guy. Because at least when Jose mocked fans and stuff like that, the culture, he's Jose Mourinho. He's a winner.
You go pedigree.
What the guy won Eredivisie? I'm meant to be moved by that. I might as well go look at my countryside. Olympiacos. I'll go look at those managers. They won league titles. I'm the king of Greece. Yeah, I know there's levels and it's meant to be standards. I'm seeing clubs move. Yo, if I see West Ham tomorrow sack Lopetegui before I see Ten Hag getting sacked, I'm gonna crash out. Because West Ham have more standards than Manchester United.
More standards, more ambition.
You're meant to be the king of England. You're meant to be the biggest club in the land. You're meant to be one of the 3 biggest clubs on the world, planet of Earth. And I'm seeing clubs move with more ambition from you at West Ham.
What do you think it is, though? Like, with INEOS, do you think it's a financial thing? Or do you think there's just like a case of we don't have the right candidate? And the thing is, they know that the next appointment they do is crucial. They can't get wrong.
I think part of that has to do with that. I do think so. But at that point, also, you brought in Ruud for a reason. And don't tell me you brought in Ruud because you wanted him to be an assistant. You viewed him as a crucial interim candidate if shit hit the fan. Because they had to anticipate shit hit the fan because you interviewed every single manager on the planet in the summer anyway. So you knew Ten Hag was not really like that. And you had hope maybe he could turn it around and make you look smart. But he hasn't. So you brought in Ruud to be interim. Why are you not pulling the trigger? Ornstein said we have the finances to sack him. So unless you're lying to David Ornstein, because David Ornstein is as reliable as they get, why are you not doing it? Put Ruud as interim, and yes, I will wait once again for the manager in June. I did it for Ragnick. If I could be patient and wait for Ragnick to leave in the summer, I sure as hell will do it for Ruud van Nistelrooy. So sack him, and I'll wait for the summer. If it's a Stuttgart manager, if it's freaking Ruben Amorim, if it's God forbid it's Thomas Frank, but if it's Thomas Frank, if it's Kieran McKenna, if anyone's here from Saidi, yes, Saidi called me at 10 a.m. to talk to me about McKenna losing to Brentford, yada, 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 yada. But, yeah, man, I hate him so much. I hate him. I hate him as a person. I hate him as a coach.
I feel like INEOS have kind of missed the window to sack him and replace him with someone permanent because the season isn't salvageable the season isn't salvageable now, bro. Like we're
Not
we're in October, so we're cooked. Like we are cooked. Like there's no, you can maybe get a League Cup or an FA Cup, but we don't care about that anymore. Like we want progress. As supporters of Man United, we just want to have fun watching the team and get results, and that's not too much to ask for because Chelsea are doing it.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. Anyone ever wants to bring up trophy logic to me, my key example is going to be Erik ten Hag. Why winning trophies truly doesn't matter because this guy won me 2 trophies and I hate him more than I've ever hated any sporting coaching figure in my life. And I have seen some bad coaches because in America, I root for some of the worst teams. I have seen David Fisdale coach my basketball team, and on my life, I hate Erik ten Hag more than him.
Oh, David Fisdale coached the Knicks.
Yeah, I hate ten Hag more than I hate Mr. Potato Head over there. That's how bad it is with Erik ten Hag. I hate him with a passion. The day he gets sacked, which will hopefully be soon, I am getting wasted. I'm getting every single top shelf vodka there is on the planet, and I'm drinking it as a celebration. If I'm at a bar, it's free drinks for everyone. I did it. Bro, I got my boy shots when Ole got sacked. No, what I'm gonna do when Erik ten Hag gets sacked, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy said the Tottenham game doesn't count. Because we were down a man. What the fuck does that mean? You were down a man? Right. A team has never played with 10 men before? I've seen teams win with 10 men before.
That's a defeatist mentality, man. That's someone just by that statement alone, that's someone that's not fit for purpose. That's someone that's not fit to manage Man United, man. Because how are you saying there's no excuses. Shit, there's no excuses, bro. Like we have 10 men. What so what? We've completed comebacks so many times before. Like listen, man.
Loser,
we're
man.
cooked.
He's an absolute loser, man. Absolute loser, man. Absolute loser, man.
How do you feel about game tomorrow then? Like
West Ham because West Ham are shit. West Ham are shit. Would it be funny if they? Yo, I guarantee you, Mikel Antonio is scoring first tomorrow, though. I can guarantee you that. We'll probably win though. You think? If I see Wan-Bissaka play good, I'm gonna. I think Wan-Bissaka will play good because you're going up against Alejandro Garnacho. So Wan-Bissaka, welcome to the easiest game of your life. Welcome to the easiest game of your life. I don't know who the left back is, but Rashford's gonna terrorize him.
That's Tony Allen, first team all defense.
Yeah, bro. I think we'll win. I do think we'll win. I think West Ham are that bad. West Ham are that bad as a football team. So
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Kudus is gonna have a field day with that
he's out, bro. He's suspended.
He's out. Oh yeah, he's suspended.
Yeah, he got a red card last week. Oh,
that's true. He would have killed us on transition because the gap between our midfield and defense on recovery is so bad. And Kudus, I think, is probably the best ball carrier in the world. Or in the league, at least. He's probably the best ball carrier in the league. So, like, he would have killed us. But with him being out, I mean, we got a chance to win, but I don't really care, honestly. Like,
bro, I'm waiting for the next international break. Bro, what is it? 26th of October right now? I have to wait till November 10th. My countdown is on. Before I watch Real Hoops again, I watch Greece. I watch actual coaching. I watch proper.
What's it? What? With Bruno back, what midfield would you pick?
Back to watching Bruno too. Isn't that lovely?
Let's see what the chat says.
Fuck it, just go Bruno, Eriksson, Casemiro. Their midfield shit anyway. That midfield should be able to beat Guido Rodriguez, Thomas Souček, and Paqueta, I guess. Yeah. They're shit, man. That team is shit. We should be able to beat them. Yes. Wow.
We're probably gonna go with. I think Agate might start again. He wasn't terrible during the week, so he might get another start. And he seems to be riding Eriksson. But seems to be riding Eriksson, and he's probably gonna bring Bruno back in. That's no discussion. So
Ahmad, don't joke with that one, bro. There's a better chance of us featuring in the game than Amad Diallo. But yeah. I fucking hate it. But that's enough. That's enough about United. Let me move on to a sport that I actually enjoy watching. That's the best sport in the world. NBA is back. I was never able to get the preview out for you guys. Work, sick. I've been sick all week as well.
Yes, sir.
But you know what? Obviously, if you guys see on Twitter, me and Staffy went to the Knicks game last night.
Oh yeah,
against the Pacers. Whooped that ass. Pacers hype. Belt to ass season as always. Tyrese Halliburton got the hell out of my crib.
that boy, he a front runner, bro. He front runner.
Yeah. He thought shit was sweet. No. He walked into the garden and thought shit was sweet. No. It was honestly, it was an amazing experience. MSG, the Mecca for a reason. First time I've been there in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. The only bad thing was the Yankees chant that broke out during the game. But unfortunately, Yankees.
How much a ticket? How much were the tickets that you got?
I'm gonna last staff. He blessed me. He blessed me with the ticket. So I don't know how much you paid for it, but shout out Staffy. That's why bro. But it was expensive as fuck though. When I looked a couple of months ago, it was expensive as fuck. It was like in the 300s range. It was that bad. But that was experience. That was an amazing experience. And yes, unfortunately, I do support the Mets. But even the Mets bring me more happiness than Man United. But yeah, the Knicks won yesterday after recovering from the abysmal defeat to the Celtics on Tuesday night, which had me crashing out. I'm not gonna lie. I was crashing out after the Celtics game. They whooped us. It was bad. I'm gonna take Rich off camera. I don't want people to screenshot him. But and yeah, that was bad. We got whooped. And I was making some overreactions. Y'all know me. I like to overreact. But yeah, it was a good game. Knicks look good. Offense looked good. Mikal Bridges didn't look like he had a broke-ass jump shot, which is good. He fixed that shit. Karl-Anthony Towns got to work down low. Josh Hart chipped in as well. It was a good game, man. And we beat the Pacers. We beat them comfortably. And it also makes me confirm what I thought in the spring, that we were always better than them. If we didn't have our injuries, we would have got to the Eastern Conference Finals and faced our eventual defeat to the Boston Celtics anyway. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that sucks about being a Knicks fan right now is that there is a ceiling to this. No matter what, we will not win the East because you're going up against a juggernaut in the Boston Celtics. They are the best team in the league by far. We are not nowhere close to their level. It is a mismatch of all proportions because they didn't even have Kristaps Porzingis. Just think about that. That's how bad it is. But even if we're not better than the Celtics, I still have hope that we can be the second best team in the East. I do agree with Josh, though. The bench is weak. It's literally just Deuce because Jericho Sims is half a basketball player. I would like to see the rookies get more minutes. I want to see Tibbs trust them. That would be good for them. But we look decent. The offense looks incredible. A 5-out. It is so good to see a 5-out offense. To have your center that can shoot. It opens up so many lanes for what's his name? Brunson. She was incredible. Yo, watching Jalen Brunson live, by the way, amazing experience. The movement, the footwork, bro, it's artwork. It's artwork. Hold on, let me text Rich real quick to make sure. All right, man, should be trying this. So, yeah, shout out big to OP, bro. But yeah, shout out Ahmed, bro. Ahmed, you're a Nuggets fan, bro. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to give good people bad news, but Nuggets Nation. I watched that game against OKC. It's not looking good, bruv. Lack of shooting, Jokic even called it out. It's peak. But man. Knicks look good. Thankfully, basketball is actually back because, bro, we needed that. I needed basketball back because I need that sport back just to be able to watch, not just the Knicks, watch other games. Lakers look amazing. You know what? Sports Analytics won. JJ Redick's actually a good coach. Lakers look good. Minnesota, the Randall Edwards dynamic looks good as well. OKC looks like the best team in the West. Shocker, even without Hartenstein. So, yeah, man, basketball, the narratives are going to be amazing this season. Yeah, Boston's the best team in the league. And I've been seeing this shit on Twitter the last couple of days. People calling the Celtics basketball boring, yada, yada, yada. I'm being real. Sports fans just love hating on the best shit possible right now. Because, bro, Celtics play amazing basketball. They shoot a lot of threes, obviously, but the ball movement's amazing. When they lock in on defense, it's artwork. It's just a great basketball team, bro. Yeah, I love the Warriors. They shot just as many threes. Y'all didn't like the Spurs when they were playing some of the most fluid basketball ever, but it was boring. So what the hell do people like? LaMelo high, bro. LaMelo's a special basketball player. LaMelo Ball, talent-wise, might be the best point guard in the East. I'm not saying he is, but like in my opinion, I think LaMelo's a better basketball player than Tyrese Halliburton. I just don't think LaMelo has been put in the position that Halliburton has been in terms of team. But LaMelo, when healthy, is a special basketball player. And I think if you could put LaMelo into a winning culture and you could have veterans around him to really like give him that kind of that motivation and that kind of leadership and that guidance that he needs, but LaMelo can be a special player. Well, not anymore. I don't even know what Warriors basketball looks like anymore. But back then, yes, it was, and it was some of the best basketball we've ever seen in our lives. LaMelo is too talented, man. The length, pause, the shooting, the passing, yeah, bro. LaMelo's a special basketball player. I really do think so. And what he could have done with Steph if the Warriors drafted him would have been illegal in basketball. But yeah, man, it's been some good basketball so far to watch. The young players keep cooking as well. Paulo looked amazing against the Miami Heat. Who else? We haven't seen much of the rookies yet. This was meant to be a weak rookie class. Other than the 2 minutes that Bronny James got in his debut, which was also a surreal moment to watch as fans. But yeah, man, it's been a good start. Celtics look amazing. Thunder look amazing. Lakers look like rejuvenated. I think for the first time in probably since the lockdown, Lakers look like a top 5 team in the West. We haven't said that in a while, but I think they can get a top 5 seed. I think the West has gotten weaker this year in terms of the top teams. I think Minnesota faced a little bit of a decline. We'll see how the fit works. I think, obviously, the Clippers with no Kawhi, no Paul George. I think the Nuggets got worse as well. I think Dallas, we'll see. Even then, I'll take LeBron and AD in a playoff series over Luka and Kyrie. And yeah, man, who else? I think Phoenix. I'll take Lakers over Phoenix at the end of the day as well. So yeah, man. Anyhow, okay, siendo Cooper Flag, we gotta wrap the sport up, bro. Cooper Flag shut. Oh, yeah. That is nasty. But yeah, man, bro. Hoops is good, man. Hoops is good. Hoops back as well is good. I'm actually gonna try to do like some not Knicks watch alongs. I don't want to do a Knicks watch along, but like if there's like on a Wednesday or a Friday where there's like a lot of games on, I'm gonna try to do like a little group watch along or something like that to watch the game. My boy Rich back.
Sure, bro. I don't even know what happened out there.
You're good, bro. You're good, broski. Now we're just talking about hoops. Kind of summarizing the early start to the season. Obviously, you're a big basketball fan as well. How have the first 3 to 4 days of basketball been for you? Also, what team do you support? I actually need to know that too.
Hey, I'm a Celtics fan, bro.
I'm
a Celtics fan, bro. Nah, listen, I started watching. Well, my first basketball memory is like obviously like Kobe, like retired. But then the first season that I probably started watching was when Tatum got drafted, and I thought he's probably the best player. So I started following him. Then I started getting into the Celtics and whatnot. And yeah, I've been riding with them ever since. Pause. So obviously we the champs right now. We're about to run it back 2-time. But I mean the first couple games have been good. I mean we started off 2-0. It's looking like we're gonna run through the East again. I think the Knicks have got a good team as well. You guys are probably looking to maybe secure like a top 3 seed. So. I mean, it's been a decent start. I mean, probably the team that's kind of surprised me the most is the Lakers. Like I thought they were going to be quite bad because I didn't think JJ Redick ain't got experience. So it's been interesting to see them kind of start the season 2-0. They beat the Suns last night, so it's gonna be an interesting season, man. Interesting season, bro.
No, yeah, that's what I love about basketball too, more than football. It's just the narratives. Like, I'm not gonna lie, football narratives have gotten whack. Like, there's no narratives in football right now, other than maybe like you just saw Madrid and Barca. But in basketball, like even take away the Celtics being that good, you have the Lakers you're talking about. You have this head coach that got obviously JJ Redick's always been popular, but post retirement even got more popular. Had the podcast and stuff like that, and was an amazing podcast to listen to. And now you're seeing him basically what he did on the podcast, and he's being able to translate it to coaching, which is incredible because
that's kind of crazy, man. Yeah,
it's crazy to think about. And yeah, man, Lakers look good. obviously we all know it's LeBron's last few years, and we all want to enjoy them because he is the GOAT. Jordan fans can hold that. Yeah.
Hey, what do you
And
think of?
Hussein can hold that too. Freaking Kobe, hold that, man.
What do you think of? What do you think of Bronny, man? Like, honestly speaking.
I'm not gonna hit on the kid. Obviously, what the moment was surreal. It's everyone like, yo, if you don't smile when you watch that, you're just a hater, bro. You need to like just go touch some grass. I'm gonna be real, bro. Seeing someone, LeBron, obviously, who was a rookie when I was 3 years old, played a whole NBA career basically, and had the chance to play with his son, who's 18, I think, or maybe 19 now. That is longevity that we have never seen before, because I've seen dads play with their sons in baseball before. I think it was like the Bonds and the Griffeys, but that's different because in baseball you typically you could have a long career. NFL, it's never happened. In footy, I don't think I've ever seen it happen, to my knowledge. Now you're seeing it in basketball, and it's not just any dad doing it. It's okay, at worst, the second best player of all time with a kid that has his name as well. It was amazing to watch. It also just adds to LeBron's legacy. As for Bronny, is he an NBA caliber player yet? No, I don't think so. He has attributes that can translate in terms of defense. The kid can play defense. He has the defensive genes in his body. Yeah. He can play defense. Offensively, he's gonna need development, and that's calm. He's only 18. He was a freshman coming out of college. And yeah, obviously it feels manufactured, bro. That's good, but a lot of shit looks manufactured in sports and moments, but that's just like a type of moment that it's once in a lifetime. And if any person deserves this kind of moment, it's one of the greatest players of all time that has surpassed everyone's expectations that were already insurpassable. What LeBron had. LeBron was meant to be. LeBron expectations coming out of college were basically, you better be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You better be on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. That was his expectations. And he surpassed that because at the very least, he's top 2 at Mount Rushmore. He's the second picture at the very worst, or he's the first guy. So he's won the 4 rings and stuff like that. Bro, there's a stat today, by the way. LeBron has always reached the finals in the years that he started 2-0. You know how stupid that is.
That's crazy.
It's that type of greatness that you're seeing here. And if anyone deserves that shit, it's him. And to see his son play. And I don't know what's gonna happen with Bronny. We'll see how he does. The one thing I'll give the Lakers credit is that they do know how to do development. Yeah, we saw what they did with like Austin Reeves and shit like that. I'm not saying Bronny's gonna be as good as Austin Reeves, but if Bronny can be an NBA player, for me, that's already an accomplishment for him.
For sure.
Because it's not easy living in the shadow of one of the greatest players of all time, especially when you also have his name as well. Because it's not like Bryce, who doesn't have LeBron's name. You have his name. That expectation is going to be placed upon you. And honestly, it could have been a lot. Actually, it would have probably been worse for Bronny if he was better than he is now. The expectation, because they would have expected you to be that good. At least with people know that he's not LeBron. He's not near the prospect that LeBron was. If he was even close to that, it would have been worse for him. So at least he has that kind of pressure, that ease of pressure. So we'll see. But yeah, man, it was a good moment. He played some good defense as well in that game. Now it's time to go to the G League and develop. And let's see what you can do.
I feel like that's what they wanted to do, man. They wanted to get that moment out of the way, because until he made his debut, until he made his first appearance, everyone just would have been kept on asking, like, and it would have taken the shine away from JJ Redick and how he's done a good job. They would have just kept asking him, Bronny this, Bronny that, Bronny this, Bronny that. So now that's out of the way, he can go to G League, refine his game, get a couple reps in, and just shuttle between the G League and the main roster. So, I mean, I don't really like the hate around him. Like, he hasn't really had a choice in any of this. You know what I mean? He got drafted. You know what I mean? It seems like his dad kind of wanted it more for him than he did for himself. But, you know what I mean? He's not a terrible player. He just has the lack of experience, obviously, with the heart condition that he had last year. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm rooting for him.
So am I. Bro, like I said, if he could just be an NBA player, if he can get a second contract because of his performances, that's a successful career in my opinion. Because once you get that second contract, for me, you've been a successful NBA player. Because it's one thing for a team to draft you, it's another team that has seen you play and stuff like that to take another chance on you. That's special. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Lakers look good. Nuggets, because Ahmed the Bridge in here is a Nuggets fan. I told him it's not looking good for you, bro. That team, Jokic said it himself, bro. Never doubt an Eastern European being blunt. Jokic basically said they can't shoot. And he's right. It's literally just Michael Porter Jr. and he said Jamal's a good shooter. He's like, everyone else is streaky. I'm like, yo, Jamal Murray is kind of a streaky shooter too. So
did they what off-season moves besides Westbrook did they make? Did they make any
they lost KCP, which is in my opinion a big loss because that's the glue guy.
They're really trying to promote. They're trying to promote within. They're trying to promote Christian Braun and the other kid that I'm not sure about.
I think for me, like no disrespect to the Nuggets front office and stuff like that. When you have the best player in the league, which Nikola Jokic is the best player in the league, you have to maximize his ceiling. You have to maximize his prime. He got you a chip. Continue off that. Build off that. They did it. They got complacent. And for me, that's where they made the mistake. And now I think for me, their window's gone. They lost their window now. I think it's very difficult for them to get that window back, especially now that they've paid all their guys as well. So you basically locked in with this core. That core is not good enough to beat Boston. As good as Nikola Jokic is,
I do think that series would go at least 6, though. I think Jokic will get you 2 games because
Jokic, I think it goes 5. The shooting that you guys have compared to theirs, bro. At best they can hit 10 threes in the game. You can hit 20, minimum 20. You're capable of hitting like 25. So if it's 20 to 10, let's say, right? At worst, that's a 30-point swing.
True, but you know what it is? I'll have to see how Celtics and Nuggets match up this season because last season I paid close attention to those 2 games and we lost both of them. We lost both.
Yeah, but they were both very close games to each other, though. I think they were both 2-point games.
Yeah, they both came down to like 1 or 2 possessions, but we could not handle Jokic. Pause. Like we didn't have any because Porzingis he has a slight frame. Like he's really tall.
He's too skinny for him.
He's really skinny, so he can't really defend Jokic. He's like got a lot of mass. Pause. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, you reckon? No, I don't think Brian's gonna get cut. I don't think LeBron would even allow that anyway. Josh Giddey's not even better than me at host, man. Who cares? Greg's not wrong for being excited about the Embiid George link up. Yeah, you are wrong because Embiid's gonna play about 20 games this season, and Paul George give it up. How about that?
I really think that was the wrong move by the 76ers. They should have targeted a different wing because Paul
they can hold that, man. They can't
rely on him. You're gonna bring another injury-prone player. Although Paul George is really good, I won't lie, but you're gonna bring him to partner him with Embiid. That makes 0 sense. Because they both missed the opener, right?
Yeah. Paul George out for like another week, I think, and Embiid doesn't want to play back-to-backs at all. So
that's the recipe for like if it does click, they might take Boston all the way. I won't lie, but
first of all, that series would be a sweep. That's the first thing.
No.
All right, my bad. Celtics in 5. They don't. I'm confident beating them in the playoff series too. I don't care if they got to beat them Paul George. I'm beating them in the playoff series because I think I like Cat in a matchup more against Embiid than Celtics because of the stretch 5.
Yeah.
I think Cat is actually a good low post defender.
Yeah,
OG can lock up Paul George. I have no concerns about that. I am now more confident this season having able to have Mikal Bridges guard Tyrese Maxey than a Dante DiVincenzo or Jalen Brunson, which is also good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, unfortunately, they don't have to buy Harris anymore. That would have been a nice little negative to have on that team to see him basically throw the game away from them. And honestly, the player I fear most on that team is Kyle Lowry. Bro, he's the one that scares the life out of me. Bro, Kyle Lowry, I don't know, bro. Kyle Lowry is a playoff demon, bro. This guy will be asked for 82 games in the season. You tell him it's playoffs, he will drop 17 points in a game for no reason. On my life,
he's accomplished.
He retires. I'm popping a bottle of champagne when that guy retires, man. I hate him so much. Absolute pest, bro. So annoying. Try hard for no reason, bro. Absolutely try hard for no reason. But
who you think?
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what's your prediction for MVP? Who you think gonna get MVP?
I think SGA gets it.
Yeah, SGA.
He should have had it. I'm gonna lie, he probably should have had it last year.
I think so too.
They gave it to Jokic because they fucked up not giving it to Jokic the year before because Embiid got his pity MVP. So they had to do a little bit of making up for it. And yeah, I think it's SGA's time. I think the Thunder are the best team in the West. As well. So he's gonna have the record to back it up for his MVP. I think he's one of the best players in the league as well. So I think he deserves it. And yeah, man, it's probably his MVP. And obviously, it probably won't happen because it typically never happens. The two preseason picks for conference winners to meet in the finals, other than when like it was Warriors Cavs era.
Yeah,
I do think we should be having a Boston Celtics Thunder final. Like it should be that. I think the Celtics are by far the best team in the East. I think the Thunder are the best team in the West. I think they even got better than last year. They basically gave up. They basically got rid of Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso, which is a crazy upgrade. And then they added Isaiah Hartenstein, who obviously that's my dog. So
yeah. I won't lie though. I feel like there's a lot of people saying OKC gonna come out of the West, but I do think it's quite premature because even with Dallas, they got better. Dallas got better. And what was that series? 4-2 Dallas?
OKC. The thing is though, OKC, as long as OKC does not see Dallas, they should. If they see Dallas, they might have an issue.
Because they can't do anything with Luka. They can't. They genuinely can't. That's the only thing that Dallas, they don't have a specific type of wing defender to bother Luka. Like Lou Dort tried a little bit in that series last year, but Luka started to just cook him. By game 2, he was cooking him.
Caruso's too small for Luka too.
That's what I'm trying to say. So if Dallas meet OKC, I'll still lean towards Dallas just because I saw what they did to them last year. But it might be a tight series. It might go 7.
Nah, it's definitely like a 6-7 game series again, like it was last year. But honestly,
but
I don't think OKC probably doesn't want to see the Lakers either. I'm not gonna lie. Shaq can't guard AD, and neither can Isaiah Hartenstein. I saw Isaiah Hartenstein trying to guard Embiid last year. Can't guard AD either.
Lakers, that's the thing.
But the only issue is the Lakers' perimeter defense is still bad. So I do think SGA would carve them up. But it's you know what it is? It's hard betting against Bron in a playoff series and AD too. Like
Denver, Lakers can't beat Denver.
Yeah, but bro, Jokic's like devil magic. Actually, not even Jokic. It's Jamal Murray devil magic. The guy is basically Michael Jordan when he sees the Lakers. Like his eyes light up. It's ridiculous to think about. But for the first time in probably 3 years, the Lakers are better than the Nuggets. So now it's interesting. So
I do think it's sort of, as people say, it's all about matchups. It's all about matchups. Like it'll be interesting to see.
What it is about basketball. It's literally what it is about basketball, bro. It's literally just a matchup.
Because even with the Suns, like they got a better coach now, so they might be a sleeper. They might be a sleeper.
Mike Budenholzer is a much better coach than Frank Vogel.
Exactly.
Giannis low keep the Bucks pattern. Yo, Bucks fans, y'all gotta give it up. It's clip for y'all. You need the papa. He lost to the Bulls when Giannis had 38 and Dame had 35. It's clip. It's clip. They couldn't guard anyone right now unless they get defenders.
Who said that?
Josh, bro. Yeah, low key, the Bucks. It's for MVP. My bad. It's just for MVP. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Giannis is ever gonna win another MVP. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be real. I do. If he meant the other way with like the Bucks in general, I low key agree with it, man. Like Giannis and Dame, I think they can figure it out, bro. I really do.
No, they're good. Those two are good. Their pieces around them were bad. Middleton's like injured again. Brook Lopez is like 5. It's not looking good. Is it mad to say Celtics Magic Eastern Conference Finals?
Magic,
it's not crazy. I don't think the Magic are there yet.
They give us problems. They're not there yet, but they give us problems. It'll be a closer series than people think.
It'll be some nasty games. It'll be like you'll win the series in like 5, but it'll be like 97-90 final score type games.
Exactly, because their defense
their defense is ridiculous. I've always said I don't want the Knicks to see the Magic in the playoffs.
I think you'll take them though. I think you'll take them.
We would. We would take them like 6 or 7, but I mean, I think OG would be a tough matchup for Paolo because OG has the size to match up with him. But Suggs would give Brunson hell. That's my issue. Suggs would give Brunson absolute hell. Thankfully, I don't think they can guard Cat, which is good.
Yeah, Franz isn't great defensively.
So Wendell Carter, whoever they want to put on Cat, that's not gonna be able to guard him. So it'll be a Cat. That would need to be a Cat series, and I would need Cat to be a playoff riser for the first time in his life.
For sure.
But that'd be a good series. I'm fine seeing Indiana in the playoffs again. I think we were better than them last year. I think we could beat them. I'm fine seeing Philly. I think we match up well with them. I'm fine seeing Milwaukee. I would be a little fearful of Milwaukee because you mentioned that they would have the two best players in the series. Well, at least one of them.
How about Miami?
They can hold smoke. Well, I'm not scared of Miami, bro. Pat Riley won. Well, first of all, I think Pat Riley's shipping Jimmy Butler out by midseason. Anyway,
You think?
Yeah. He's not signing an extension there. I think Pat's gonna try to get rid of him.
How much do you think they can get for Jimmy Butler right now?
Not too
Couple
much.
picks.
Yeah, a couple picks. They're not getting a good player back. I don't think so.
I don't know. Their off-season moves and free agency is always weird. Like, they don't do enough.
It's cooked for them.
They just rely on their culture, innit?
Yeah, it's pretty much the Heat culture. So I'm fine seeing them. This is Celtics, obviously.
What about the Cavs?
Oh, light work.
Light work, yeah.
I ain't scared. I'm not scared of the Cavs, bro. I saw us take their chain right in front of them, right in front of my eyes. I ain't scared of that shit, man. No disrespect to them, but they're a good team. They look better than last year.
They just don't have it up here.
They don't have that dog. That's the thing. They don't have the dog.
They
to
don't
compete
have
with
that
us.
dog. Like,
Until I see them have that dog. Until I see them have it. Because no disrespect to Evan Mobley, until I see him really rise up,
yeah,
I'm not scared. Darius Garland too. Until I see him rise up, like Donovan Mitchell has that dog in him. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I know he does. He's from New York. Like, I know he has it in him.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, I saw Mitchell Robinson take Jared Allen's soul right in front of my eyes. I am not scared of that team.
Yeah. Was that 2 years ago? Or was that
2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah. That was what, 4-2, 4-1?
Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah, that was
With a much worse Knicks team and pretty much the same Cavs team.
Yeah. I feel like the East is quite easy to kind of predict who's gonna be like the final four, I think.
It is, but I also think the East is better than the West this year. I think the West is maybe a little bit more depth across the whole conference. But I think the top heavy teams in the East are better than the top heavy teams in the West. I don't really rate their top heavy teams. So, obviously, OKC is amazing, but I'm not saying the Knicks would beat these teams in a playoff series, but I think Knicks with Dallas is pretty even. I think it's even matchups.
Yeah.
I think Knicks against Minnesota is a 7-game series, in my opinion. Knicks versus Nuggets, pretty even out there. So it's that kind of stuff. Philly as well, I think it's just close, man. I think their depth at the bottom of the conference is good, like the Kings, the Warriors, all those type of teams. Maybe the East is not as good there. I think once you get past the top 6 in the East, after that it's ugly scenes. But
the fall off is crazy, man. The fall
off is very steep. But I think the top 6 in the East is better than the top 6 in the West, in my opinion.
I feel you.
So we'll see what happens. But it's gonna be fun. Obviously start early, so there's not too much to talk about. It's just you gotta let the season play out the way it's gonna play out. But yeah, I am gonna try to do watch alongs for games though. Not Knicks games though, because I don't like doing watch alongs for my own team. It's too stressful. Way too stressful. Man.
It's too early over here.
I mean, if you're a Celtics fan, life is easy. It's not stressful at all. Just watch the team win by 20 points every game. But unfortunately, my teams like to have that kind of shit, and but they need to make every game stressful. So,
did you see the quotes by Nick Wright, where he said like the game is becoming boring because of all
Nick Wright's a loser.
All the 3-pointers.
He's a loser. Nick Wright's a loser, bro. Nick Wright's a loser. Any sport he covers, he's a loser. NFL, he's a loser. Basketball, he's a loser. Basketball's fun, man. Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think basketball needs a little bit of a radical change? Yeah, I do. I think it's a little bit too offensive. That's why I think the playoffs last year had a little bit better because it was a lot harder to call fouls and stuff like that. I do agree that offense needs to get nerfed, but nothing wrong with teams taking shots, man. At the end of the day, it's not really just it's not even just like a coaching thing. It's really just players thing. Players just don't really do the art of the mid range like that no more.
Yeah, yeah, like they're really just looking for that open three, like that. That's why I really like Anthony Edwards, because when he gets to that mid range, butter, KD, butter, like all these guys that get to the mid range, and they score more easily. They score more
ethical
easily
hoops. It's ethical hoops. Like, I agree with you. But at the end of the day, teams look at it like this: 3 points is more than 2. So you want to get as much 3-pointers as you can. That's what it's the same with football.
When
teams
you
limit,
don't,
football, you don't shoot outside the box as much anymore, right? Because it's not a good shot.
True.
Teams want the cutback. That's the most highly efficient shot in footy. In NFL, you don't see deep shots every time. You see short routes. And now you're seeing that. Now I don't know if you watch NFL, but that's why you see a decline in NFL quality as well in quarterbacks, because none of them know how to throw the short middle route no more. They suck at that.
They're playing
it's the same with basketball.
They're playing the percentage game.
It's sports at the end of this is percentage. Baseball too. Yeah. I see analytics all the time in baseball. You saw it with the swinging and stuff like that. Teams wanted to go for the home run swing and all that kind of stuff. They forgot how to play small ball. So that's what it is with football. SJ's mini is nice. That's why he's one of the best basketball players.
SJ ball, man.
Any good, bro. If you look at the top 10 basketball players, the reason why they're the top 10 is because they're high level scorers in every facet of the game.
Facts.
Whether it be mid range, whether it be 3-point shooting, or whether it be obviously close range. SGA mid range game is good. Luka's mid range game is good. Embiid's mid range game, as much as I hate him, is good. Jokic is a mid range master. KD mid range master. Brunson mid range master. Tatum mid range master. Jaylen Brown's mid range game got better and better every year. It's what you're seeing. That's how it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Shout out my boy JJ. I know you put up late, but you missed all the United talk. Missed my crash out watching the replay. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Did an hour 15, pretty much. Hour 16. Yeah, man. It's good talking to you guys. Obviously, it's been a week. Miss you guys. And yeah, we'll be back next week again. Well, actually, we'll be back tomorrow with United talk. Crash.
Hey, man. Listen, if we lose that game, I need to see that yellow banner. I need to see Eric Ten Hag sacked. I listen, no more games. If we lose that game, because where will we be? We'll be what, 15, 16?
Probably.
Look at the table now. We'll be because we're 12 now or something.
Yeah, right now we're 13. If we lose tomorrow and West Ham beat us by more than 2 goals, they would jump us. So we'd be 14.
Now, yeah. If we lose tomorrow, please, I'm begging you, because I generally watch more Chelsea games than United. Chelsea actually excite me, I'll be honest. So
I hate that club too, man. I'm tired of that. Yeah, $10 lose the love until you have had the club. Fucking pig, bro. That's a fucking pig, man. But nah. Yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the post-match recap that we always do. That kind of stuff. Shout out Rich as well for coming on. Obviously gonna get you on more throughout the year. And then you also say you're trying to start up your shit as well. So let me know whenever you drop it. I'm gonna plug my shit as well. I'll plug your shit. But I did put your TikTok in the description if you want to shout it out real quick. Because I saw you had a TikTok.
Yeah, I got a TikTok loading. But I do videos on different sports, football, basketball. My dabble in the NFL a little bit now that Greece kind of put me on. So yeah, subscribe to like the Rich Take on TikTok, and I'll try to be my team on there as well. But yeah, appreciate Griggs for bringing me on. Hopefully I can come on in the future, and make sure you like and comment on the video, man.
Yeah, I don't know how many likes we're at because one of my mods just got here, so that's what it is. JJ, quick like recap. I know we're low on likes because I didn't really promote it, but just let me know what it is, JJ. Because last time I was, you know what? 33. I figured. Algorithm's cooked. That is what it is. That's why I actually got to be more consistent. That's how me though. I have to push the consistency, but I told people already work, kicking my ass, sickness, and also I'm not gonna lie, guys. I told you all this before. I'm waiting to international breaks to start really going back into the grind because United just make me sad. And I don't want to make content. I don't want to force content out there because honestly, bro. There was a point where I just wanted to make this a whole Classico stream. I'm not even talking about United. I'm not even joking, but I do have a responsibility. So yeah, no. Appreciate you guys. Like Rich mentioned, make sure you subscribe. Well, not subscribe. Make sure you follow him on TikTok, Rich Take, or whatever. He does create a YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to him there as well. I'll make sure to plug it. And yeah, I'll definitely get you on as well in the future. Appreciate the support you showed me as well. I saw the how we started with the DM. Love that kind of shit. So yeah, man. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay safe. Enjoy your night. Go watch other sports and don't think about tomorrow's game. Enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Night.